The Legend of Zelda series is home to some of gaming's most iconic items, like the bow or the boomerang. But not everything in Link's arsenal is as useful as it might seem. For a guy with unlimited pocket space, he sure does carry around a lot of dead weight. As such, I thought today we could take some time and look through the entire Legend of Zelda series and count down some of Link's more questionable item choices. So what's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome to my list of the top 5 useless items in the entire Legend of Zelda series. Number 5. Wind Waker isn't known for having the most amazing items. I mean, look at this, 3 of your item slots are dedicated to different types of bags. Yeah, not really groundbreaking to say the least. Despite that, Wind Waker is still home to one of the most useless items in all of Zelda history. I'm talking about the Hero's Charm. This item can be obtained by giving 40 Joy Pendants to Miss Maria on Windfall Island if you're playing the original game, which is pretty simple. But if you're playing Wind Waker HD, you have to complete all 50 floors of the Savage Labyrinth. Yeah, I guess Miyamoto was pissed off one day and just decided to say a hearty screw you to anyone looking to complete the game with 100% completion. Like, I seriously don't get it. They went through the trouble of simplifying the Triforce quest, changing heart piece locations only to replace a heart piece with one of the worst items ever created. The Hero's Charm grants you the wonderful ability of seeing the enemy's HP. That's it. Seeing the HP of an enemy has never been a problem or even a key feature in like any Zelda game, so I'm not sure why it was included in Wind Waker. The Hero's Charm also covers up Link's face while it's equipped, so you just end up running around looking stupid while the other kids laugh at you. No! No, stop it! No, it's cool, I swear! Please, stop! Ah! Number 4. This next item is one of those things that does have a use in the game, but it's also one of those items that I always forget that I have. If you've played Twilight Princess, I'm sure you're familiar with Alias Charm. It's given you by Impas, and it's the final key to restoring Ilia's memory. Once her memory is restored, Ilia gives you the charm, and with it you can summon an opponent to your side anytime you want. The problem is, by the time you get this item, you're pretty far into the game, and by this point you've already gotten used to the fact that if you want to find Epona, you should just use the horseshoe grass, which is conveniently placed all over Hyrule. This is one of those odd cases where if they gave the item just a tad earlier in the game, it would be really helpful. But like I said, it's really easy to forget that you even have this item and default back to just using the grass. I know I do it all the time, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Alias Charm plays a huge role in the plot of Twilight Princess, but I think it would have been better if it just stayed that way and wasn't an item that Link had to carry around with him. Maybe instead Ilia could have given us a neat little friendship bracelet or something like that. Yeah, so I didn't actually have a joke for this one. Number 3. The very first Zelda game, aptly titled The Legend of Zelda, is where it all began, and as such a lot of Link's iconic items stem from that game. The bow, the boomerang, bombs, and so much more. We can thank the original Zelda for giving us those classics. But there is one item in the original NES classic that is just so incredibly useless. I'm referring to the bait. Now, this bait is not to be confused with the all-purpose bait used in The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, because that bait is actually useful for filling out your seed shard and getting information from rats. Oh no, the bait in the original Zelda has one required use. You feed it to a hungry enemy to pass one room in the level 7 dungeon. Why? I know Zelda 1 has some obscure puzzles, but this is seriously the only time you need bait, and to make matters worse, you have to go out of your way to purchase it from one of the shops. Outside of this one required use, you can toss it down to attract enemies. Good. Number 2. The Hero's Charm isn't the only useless item in The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, though. At the beginning of the game, your sister lets you borrow her telescope because it's your birthday and she forgot to get you a good present. But you end up keeping this thing around for the entirety of the game. I understand you're required to use it like twice to look at things, but outside of those mandatory moments, I can't really recall myself using it all that much, and I tend to forget I even have it. It's so useless, I'm having trouble writing about why it's so useless, so I think I'll just end this section off abruptly. Number 1. You know, you would think a list like this would be really easy to make, right? But surprisingly, there are a lot of items in the Legend of Zelda series that you might think are pointless or useless, but are fairly helpful when used correctly. That being said, the worst and most useless item in the entire series would have to be the magic armor from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In order to obtain this item, you have to complete the Mallow Mart fundraiser side quest, which requires at least 1,200 rupees. More so if you don't complete a second side quest to lower the cost. Afterwards, you can visit the Castletown Mallow Mart shop and buy the magic armor for the low price of one small payment of 598 rupees. This armor, while equipped, will make Link invincible to damage, but it runs on rupees. Not only that, by the time you get this item and have the final wallet, you're basically at the end of the game, and its only major use is getting you through the Cave of Ordeals, and even then, it's not needed if you're careful enough. They did make this item slightly better in Twilight Princess HD by adding a 4th wallet upgrade called the Colossal Wallet that lets you hold up to 9,999 rupees, which would let you wear the magic armor for a very long time. You know, assuming you grinded up to max rupees or even had a reason to wear it in the first place. Anyways, that's going to do it for my list. As always, feel free to leave your own top 5s in the comments down below. I look forward to reading them. If you could do me a solid and drop a like on this video, it would help me and the channel out tremendously. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing or passing it along to a friend who might enjoy it as well. As always, once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.